In this video, I'm going to show you how to train a LoRA on a Z image using AI Toolkit. Think of a LoRA as teaching the model something completely new. By default, a Z image has no idea what this barong is, but after training, it will know exactly what it looks like and generate it consistently every single time. By the way, this barong is a mythical creature from Bali, Indonesia. So let's get right into it. The promise of this video is that it will be simple and it will be quick. This is Fahad Mirza and I welcome you to the channel. I have this Ubuntu system and I am going to use this NVIDIA RTX 6000 with 48 GB of VRAM. If you are looking to rent a GPU like me, just check out the video's description for a link and a discount coupon code of 50%. First, let's quickly create a virtual environment with Conda. You can go with Python virtual environment. And then we need to install this AI toolkit. I am git cloning its repo and I will drop the link in video's description. And then from the root of the repo, we can install this AI toolkit. This is going to take 2 to 3 minutes. Now, while it installs that, AI Toolkit is a free open source training tool that lets you train LoRa or LoRa rank adapters on top of the latest AI image model. In this case, we are going to use this Z image base. It runs locally here and supports model like Flux and also many more. And if you don't know what this Z image is, you need to do two things. First, listen to what I'm about to tell you about this, and more importantly, just go to my channel, search with Z image, and you will find this Z image turbo, which is a distilled fine-tuned version of it. Now, this Z image is a brand new model which was released sometime back. Sometime means 2 weeks, 3 weeks back by Tongyi from Alibaba. It's a 6 billion parameter single stream diffusion transformer which makes it fast and lightweight compared to models like Flux. It excels at photorealism and follows prompt very accurately, making it an exciting model to train LoRa's on, and that is why I am using this. And meanwhile, our AI toolkit is done. Next up, you would need to run the npm command in order to launch it. So of course, for that you would need to have node installed and npm installed. It's a single liner. To get it installed, if you don't know how to do it, just search my channel or put it in the comments. I can give you a curl command. It's very simple. So this is where I'm building and starting this AI toolkit, which is going to take a few seconds. And you can see that now AI toolkit is all up and running at our localhost on this port 8675. So let's access it. There you go. So it has detected my system and all the parameters and stuff which I'm running. Next step is for me to show you my data set. So what I have done, this is my local directory where I have put in 40 images of same barong. This is simply a collection of images of what you want the model to learn. In our case, 40 images of barong, the mythical lion-like creature from Balinese Hindu culture known for representing good and protection against evil. I generated these images using AI image generator to get a consistent and varied set, different angles, lighting, close-ups, full body, ceremonial setting. The reason we need variety is simple. The more angles and the context the model sees, the better it understands what barong actually looks like. 40 images is enough to get solid results without over complicating things, and you can see that these are all the ones which I have generated and I'm showing you all 40. Took me a bit of a time, but looks quite good. There you go. So these are all the ones in different settings. So now you know what my data set is. Just click on data set because we need to provide it the data set. It is saying empty. I'm going to click on new data set. Let's call it barong and then click here create. So I'm just going to add the images. It says click on add. I'm adding here, and let me just quickly select my barong directory, which is this one. From here you can select all of these, click on open, and this is our data set. And now we need to caption these images. Captioning tells the model exactly what it's looking at in each image, so it can connect the visual with the right words during training. So for example, this first one, I'm just telling it that Barung cat full body, white background and all that stuff. Similarly, for the second one, I'll just tell it something like that. I mean, again, cat performing at night, and then maybe I will just say for third one gold close up. So let me caption all of these, and I'm using AI model of course to generate these captions. Once that's done, I will save it. And all the images are now captioned. Took me a bit of a time, but I believe everything is done. Next step, you would need to go to the directory. I will just let it run. You would need to go to the directory in the terminal or however you like, wherever your data set is, and you need to create the text files with all of these images so that you would know what exactly is what image. And this is a directory. You can see that every image has its corresponding text file. Now in some cases it generates it automatically as you save here, but I have seen that sometime it doesn't happen. So what I normally do, I just use a cat command and I create them manually just to make sure none is missing. And I'm just showing you a sample one. So dataset is ready. Now we need to run our job of training. So for that, click on new job, and you can see that we are presented with this screen. Now before I do that, let me show you one more thing. Go to settings, make sure you put your Hugging Face read token here, which you can grab from your profile in Hugging Face. That's a free token, but sometimes the model are get it. So it's always a good idea to save your token here in the settings. So let me do that. And it is saved. Let's click on new job. So from here, I'm just going to give it my training name. I'll call it Barung LoRA V1. Then in the model section, just scroll down and then select Z image. And this is a image model. It is going, once you run the training job or create it, it is going to download it automatically. Okay, next thing which you need to put in is this trigger word. I'm just going to say it Barung. A trigger word is a special word you type in your prompt that activates the LoRA and tells the model exactly what to generate. Then I'll come to the optimizer in a bit. Uh, then you can see that we have these steps. These are the total number of times the model looks at your data set and updates its knowledge during training. And I'm just going to keep it to 3000. I think that should be more than enough. Now one more minor change is that I'm just going to get this save every 200. It is that when the training is saved, the checkpoint is saved so that you could compare if you want to. So these are the few changes. Now this is a critical one, the optimizer. You see that it only shows me two options here. Optimizer is the algorithm that controls how the model learns from your images during training. Now we don't want any one of these which are being shown in this drop down. So what you need to do here, just click on show advanced here and you will see this YAML file where you need to make that change. And in this YAML file, make sure you change this Adam W8-bit to just Adam W. And then also another thing I would highly suggest you do is you change this bypass guidance embedding to true. These are the two changes which you need to make. Just cancel it. Now what this second option is, this bypass guidance embedding tells the model to ignore the guidance signal during training, which is essential for Z image to learn correctly without breaking. That's it. Okay, so this is all done. Let's go back, click on show simple. Once that's done, you just need to come down and then rest of is fine. Just keep coming down. Again, target data set is there. Looks pretty good to me. And then in the sample, just change this to 100 again. That is done. Just keep coming down, and these are some of the sample prompts. So I'm just going to change all of them to Bali related. There are 5 of them, so let me change them. And that is all done. Now you can create, click on this create job green button. Once you click there, you will see this screen. Either just click on view all queues or training queues, and then from here it is paused. Just click on start button, and the training has now started, and this is how you train a LoRA locally on your own data set. And I will also show you the VRAM consumption, how much it takes. Early on, of course, it downloads the model first, and this is going to take 6 to 7 hours, and this is what I have seen so far in my experience. So what I'm going to do, I'll just let it run, but I'm going to show you the results from my previous LoRa which I trained on Barung. So this is the Barung in Australian Outback, this is Canadian Prairie Barung, and then in Pakistani Bazaar or market, this is in Norway in Aurora, and this is in African Safari. So same Barung with the trigger word in different locations, and the VRAM consumption maxes out around I would say 22 GB VRAM. So if you have a 24 GB VRAM card, you should be good to go with this model. That's it. Let me know what do you think. Any issues, put it in the comments. Happy to help out. Again, please like the video and subscribe and consider becoming a member. Please also follow me on X if you're looking for AI updates. Thank you for all the support.